my dear Libra. This is your love and spirituality reading for the mid-month of September 2018 with me, Queen of Cups Tarot. This will be the last mid-month reading I do for now. If you ever have felt the need to be at several different locations at the same time, you know my problem. I am way behind on my bookkeeping, and I'm also booking clients reading 2 months ahead, which is too long of a wait. So I hope you will understand and be satisfied with the monthly readings, with just the monthly readings and not the mid-month. So every month there will still come a reading, but not every second weeks as it has been right now. I might do some other type of shorter reading to replace the mid-month in the future when I have catched up with all the other things. I'll see what I can come up with. Okay, so I read for you in the sign for the signs in the order of most liked video. So don't forget to hit the thumbs up button for your sign, and you can see the order I read in this time around at the community section of my channel. It's just Aquarius and Scorpio left after you. So thank you all for liking, watching, commenting, and subscribing to my channel. I am super grateful for all of your appreciation. So this reading can go both ways. The message is for the people who watch it. So if you cross-watch for another sign and recognize yourself as the main person in the reading, just trust your own intuition and you will get the message you need. For this reading, I used Osho Zen Tarot by Deva Padma, and I will do a shorter 5-card spread for you. So I will start shuffling your cards. So my dear Libra, see what's going on here. We have celebration in the reversed. It's 3 of Cups and 9 of Cups in the upright position. So it seems like there's some kind of problem in your relationship, but you seem to hang on there anyway and kind of being content with whatever is. There's some cracks in your foundation here, so it might not you might not be able to keep your the appearance up for so long. It's something here that's bothering you. It might be gossiping, someone gossiping about you, or it might be like a 3-party situation, a relationship, or just having had a falling out with people that's very special. This can be like close family members, for example, or soulmate relationship is in some cases as well. But it seems it doesn't have to be a fallout. It can just be like some kind of disharmony that makes you want to withdraw a little bit. This is 9, the Hermit, but the 9 of Cups card is also talking about being able to vision. So you might want to start to dream about the situations you want. First and foremost when it comes to love, but Cups can also be dreams about what you want to do to make your life more happy when it comes to also maybe your career or other kind of things like this. So 9 of Cups here, when anyway this situation doesn't work out so well, you can start to dream about what you would like to have instead. But don't put yourself in a position of anticipation, like waiting for this to happen, because that will only increase the burden upon you. It's better to, dream and dream and dream and then see whatever comes back to you. It doesn't necessarily have to be exactly the way that you dreamt it, but sometimes it's very exact, to the point that you need to be a little bit thorough with what, like the picture you are painting. Don't miss out on details. It might be very funny sometimes. Okay, so I call the Divine with Love and Light, and here we have comparison, 5 of Swords with 3 of Cups in the reversed still, so both are in reversed. 5 of Swords is usually like conflict, fighting, not being able to agree on something, maybe people trying to win over each other by comparison, like I'm so much better than you because I'm this big tree and you are just a bamboo, but the bamboo says, well, I can grow like 100 centimeters on one day, that you can't do. And well, they can argue like this, but when this card comes in the reversed, it's probably that you or someone else is not fully happy with this situation, this falling out and this harmony here in your relationship. So it's like we want to maybe reconcile, but we don't want to be the one that takes the first step, because we think that maybe the other persons were more to blame, or they were more wrong than we were. So we don't want to be the one to pick up the phone and make the call. It can also be that you are tired of trying to win in your relationship. This can be, for example, family situation. You're tired of trying to convince other people on your good intentions or other things, and if they want to gossip about you and think bad things about you, so let it be like that. It's maybe you want it to be more harmonious, but maybe you accept it for what it is. You don't want this situation, but you accept it that it's like this. So okay, so the laziness want to show itself. Okay, you're lazy. My dear Libras, don't be lazy. Okay, so I call the 4 archangels, I guess, in the 4 corners of the world. And here we have slowing down with the celebration. So it seems like something could be built here if we were kind of going back to square one and really trying to build something up from the beginning with new, fresh insights. This is slowing down. It's Taurus, can be a Capricorn or Virgo person as well. Doesn't have to be a person, can be an action from either you or some person that you are integrating with. So slowing down is about like when you come out from the bushes here, you watch the situation thoroughly, and you take like one step in front of the other, and being ready to move in some other direction if you get some indication that this needs to happen. So it's a very watchful card and a very meditative. Sometimes it can be too slow, but usually then it comes in reverse. Then you are not slow, you're stuck. But here the Three of Cups comes in the upright position, and the slowing down comes in the upright position. So it seems like something could be built here. So if you have friends or family, or it can be romantic, it can also be like really good colleagues at work. So people that you really would like to hang with, but maybe there has been some kind of trouble lately. So if you want this still, it seems like it's every possibility is open for you to fix this situation, or maybe an earth person on the outside is going to fix this situation and make it more happy for you. So this is very stable. It's like a beautiful willingness to do the best in every situation, but it's a little bit a shy card, and also sometimes there's a lot of things that this person here doesn't know, so that's why they are so careful. Maybe they don't know themselves fully, and they don't know the other people fully, so they take things one step at a time. So I call the 6 elements: earth, wind, fire, water, spirit, and ether to join us here today and to give us a clear view reading for my dear Libra viewers. So I want my dear Libras to have love in their lives and to find themselves in loving relationships. I also want you to have creative success and to be able to walk on your highest path towards your highest destiny. So I really struggle with keeping the cards in check so they won't jump all over the place. But here we had a runner. So it's 2 schizophrenia in reverse. It's 2 of swords, so it's your card. It's about balance. But here you're kind of stuck between a rock and a hard place. So with the 2 of swords, it can be this kind of situation where you're kind of stuck between your emotions and feelings and dreams about a certain situation and other people's feelings and dreams about the same situation. It might be like totally different, and you are stuck between your wishes and the other people's or person's wishes. It might be another Libra also that's involved with this. And here, when it's in reverse like this, we might need to just let go. We see it's nothing more to hang on to. Gravity is going to do the work here, just make you fall. Maybe it's time to let go, and maybe not just about the relationships or the people, but on how you are trying to master your own feelings, for example. If you're trying to top ride yourself and, not show certain emotions that could be inconvenient, or that maybe you don't want to show them because it makes you vulnerable. I'm thinking this is a moment where you can't override yourself and your own system anymore and try to, do the right thing or be the person that acts without flaws. You might need to, show some real lifeblood, some real life juice to help yourself out of this situation. Sometimes schizophrenia in reverse can also be that someone is lying to you, or you are lying maybe even to yourself. So stop lying to yourself and try to find out what's making you so scared that you're clinging onto something and trying so hard to it's like you're trying so hard to compensate for maybe what you feel and the other person feel, and try to make like some kind of equilibrium in the middle, but it's actually just squeezing you almost to death. So become more your true soul self. Listen to your feelings, at least admit them to yourself. I think I've said this to Libra 10,000 times. So like admit to what you're feeling. It's not a failure if you admit to yourself that you still love your friends even though you had a fallen out, or that you love this person even if they were abusive to you. You can just admit to what you're feeling, at least for yourself, and that will free up a lot of energy. And also, if you don't want to feel a certain thing in a situation, but you actually do feel the thing, you need to go with what you feel and at least accept it for yourself. Okay. So, my dear Libras, what's going on? Second part of September. So from mid-September to beginning of October for Libra. So I will just tune in to you and your energy for a few seconds here. Okay. So, my dear Libras, this is the reading, and this is the bottom of the deck, and we have Four of Cups in reverse. So this is kind of the same thing what I said with the Two of Swords in reverse, that you have certain feelings or experiences or traumas that wants to be acknowledged, and you kind of try to I'm seeing you doing this kind of trying to do like an exorcism on your feelings, but they are not dangerous, okay? So let them come instead. You can deal with it, okay? Let one feeling at a time come, if that's possible. Just look inside of you. Maybe just if you have, it can be a lot of excessive thinking also. And what that person said, and then what you answered, and like yada yada yada, it's going again and again and again here. So just watch this and maybe write it down, what they said and how you reacted on that, and what you would wish you would like to have said, and all these kind of things. Sometimes it's regrets as well. Just write it down and give a lot of attention to it. It's like plug that needs to be unplugged, so this can come and start to move freely again. So it's like you have a hard time digesting something from the past, maybe digesting some kind of conflict, or where people were smack talking you, or didn't think that you were a good person, or that where they misjudged you or were unjust towards you, or anything like that. So it's something that you have a hard time letting go of, and you need to help yourself to heal. So do that by giving this attention. First write all these things down, then feel your feelings inside your body. And you can do the exercise. I will put a video in the description box, my old video dealing with pain, so you can look at that too, and maybe some other videos that can be good for dealing with these kind of things. Okay. And here in the half bottom we have a Two of Pentacles. The Two of Pentacles in reverse is like, we had the Two of Swords in reverse as well, but it's not really, it's the duality, but it's not really the same energy. It's like, here is more like maybe actually falling, okay? So trying to walk down here, you know, with the Taurus energy, step by step, doing everything careful. But then anyway, like by some coincidence, you fall on your face anyway. So it's like it's getting very scary for you. It seems like you can't control the outcomes of the different situations, so you don't want to move at all. But maybe it's like you are getting a little bit over dramatic. Just because you fell on your face, it doesn't have to be that bad. You don't have to have this amazing control. It's fine to fall on your face. Feel the feeling of being humiliated, for example. If you can take the feeling of humiliation and accept that it's there, you will lose a quite a big of chunk of your ego also in the same time, because ego can't stand being humiliated or not being like 100% loved or being abandoned. Things like this is very hard for the ego. But if you can admit to what happened, like the truth to what was happening, this will help you heal, because there's nothing wrong with you. There's nothing wrong with the things you are feeling or the things you are thinking. It's just this resistance that you have towards what's the actual truth that's the problem. Only your resistance is the problem. And I'm thinking you are much more strong than you believe, that you can actually face this and let yourself fall on your face 30,000 times. It's no problem. It can be also like earth sign maybe dropping the ball on you and not want to play ball anymore. This can also be the thing. And maybe it's very hard for you if someone doesn't want to talk with you or doesn't want to cooperate with you, and you still want like harmony with this in this relationship. It's then you need to accept this. Okay, so they don't work together with you, they don't try to help you, so accept that it's like that. Whatever is the truth, try to accept it, at least the truth that you see for now, like the truth that's always a deeper truth to everything, and we can easily misunderstand and misinterpret also other people, and sometimes even our own feelings or even ambitions. Maybe we want something because we think that it's going to give us something, but we really need something else. So, okay. So this is you, Libra, and this is your past, and this is your future. This is the past of outside energies, like another person, another group of people, a situation, circumstance, or the divine, how you have been working together with energies from the divine that has come towards you. And this is the future of the same said thing. So in the center here, we have the slowing down card. So it seems like you take your time here, and it's very good. You take your time to look yourself around, to feel what you are feeling, to think of what you want in the future. So it's like you are collecting data or collecting feelings and instincts and wisdom, so you know how to build your life in the future. It's a night, they are usually very hasty, but this is the one night that's not particularly hasty, but they are always very future oriented. So it's like you're future oriented, but you want to take things, you want to do it right this time, you want to take it very careful this time. And again, it might be that you're dealing with a Taurus, Capricorn or Virgo person that's a little bit slow. Maybe they need to think things through 10,000 times before they can make a decision with you. So all the twos can indicate like a person refusing to take a decision. And this, of course, can drive anyone insane if you have a person that you want to be with, or you have like something, maybe a project at work that you want to, like you wanted to hit the road, like the project to start, and there's a lot of people like delaying the start of this project, and that can of course be very intimidating. Also, it can be like a little blow again to your ego, that the person doesn't believe in your ideas or don't want to go with you on this, or don't want to, commit or think about the future together with you. They are more like, nah, I need to think about this for myself. I need to make up my mind. So it can be very frustrating, of course. And this is the past, so the celebration that went wrong in some way, like the people that you the Three of Cups is a situation of overflowing emotions, like the people that you feel really comfortable with usually, and you are drawn to them, and when you can't be with them, it's very sad. And when it's in reverse like this, it's like either they didn't feel that it mattered as much as you did. Maybe they took your love for granted, or betrayed you, or smack talked you, or maybe they replaced you with a third party. So it can be something like this that have happened in this situation, or it might have been, it can always be in the other way around as well for you cross watcher. It might be Libra that didn't really acknowledge your relationship and don't want to take a decision. It can be this way as well. So this is the future, and we have here participation. So this is much better. It seems like you don't give up on this. You know what you love, you know what you want, you know what kind of future you want to build, and you're going to build it. So it's like a new foundation, and we can see all the hands here putting in energy into this project. So this card, traditionally it's the marriage card, the celebration card, like harvest feast and things like this. We have celebration there. To make a harvest, you need to work together with other people to make this happen. Okay, so Four of Wands seems to be a situation, if you have been having a fallout with a person or different people, it will probably heal, probably by you starting to love yourself first and building a good foundation for yourself. When you respect yourself, when you don't care anymore what people are saying behind your back, or if they love you or don't love you. If you love yourself, you build a great foundation for yourself, and that will make you very attractive. So other people can start to, see you in a new way, and maybe wants to come back into your life. So this can be marriage, engagement. It can be like a very slow energy that's finally making a decision. So that would be like a nice thing in this situation, where it seems like there's a stroke of people acting like they don't care. And that's, of course, very hurtful, Libra. So I understand that you have been hurt, and maybe you want to also now take it slow if this person is not, it's still going to do this and betray your love, or the thing that you have been working on, or the family bonds, or whatever it is. But it seems very lucky for the future, so it seems like you can make this. And if you have been without partner, it's possible that you will partner up with someone. If you have been without job, it's possible that you will find a job. If you have been searching for a house, it might be that you will buy a house. So it's very lucky. You just need to sort and make choices. What is it that you really want? And also dream for your new reality. And then it seems it will come. So it will replace this old situation, or rejuvenate the old situation into a better one. So you will become more happy. Usually both these cards is about happiness and celebration, and family gatherings, and being together with the people you really love. And in the past this wasn't possible, but in the future it will be. So that's very good. Okay, so this is the past of the person, circumstance, or the divine. And we have 8 traveling here in reverse. So 8 traveling might be a blockage in communication. Maybe someone has refused to communicate with you, or it might be disruption of travel plans. If we have decided upon traveling somewhere, we weren't able to do this because there was some kind of block. It might be that the divine, it wasn't the right thing for you, or something should have happened on that journey that would have changed your destiny, or in some way that wasn't acceptable. So there might have been a block in your life. So sometimes when this happens, it's actually a help. For example, when we are stuck in traffic and actually avoiding a car accident because we are stuck in traffic somewhere else. So we never came to that point where we would have a car accident, for example. So it can be very good things. But the most obvious is, of course, this with the communication block. Someone might have blocked you on social media, or refused to talk with you. There might have been misunderstandings in communications. People totally misunderstanding each other, or lying, even not saying what they truly wanted or truly meant. So this is Eight of Wands. This fire is connected to the Strength card. So usually it's about kind of coming and saying that you're sorry and trying to fix things with the best intentions and being the bigger person and trying to cool down the drama. But it seems like it might have it might have backfired in some way. So it might be that you have someone or you have done an attempt in the past to communicate, but maybe the communication fell down. But it might also be someone that has blocked you, maybe for a long time. Okay, and here is the future. And here we have Innocence, that's number 19. So here we have a lot of fire energy. It's Eight of Wands, Four of Wands, and then the Sun card. This is the Sun card. So you might be dealing with a Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries person as well. The Sun card is about truth and honesty, and like the sun's rays are shining upon something and making the truth obvious. So it might be that something that was a lie in the past or some blockage of communication might open up and spill some kind of news or some kind of truth that you need to hear, or that will make it all much clearer for you. So the Sun card is very happy, and both these cards are also talking about marrying. This is the highest card for love in the major arcana. It's like when two whole people are joining themselves in holy matrimony. In this case, it's this older man and the praying mantis. So there's the most unlikely relationships out there. And the Innocence card is about becoming like truthfully you, without masks and without cover-ups. Like you show what you see is what you get. So it might be that what you see is what you get. You're going to, if this is someone else that you're dealing with, they might tell you the truth in the future, or there might be some kind of revelation that you can trust actually this time. So it seems very, very beautiful. Okay, so Innocence card. It might be that you will have a very big creative breakthrough here, something that will be very lucky for you. So it's very important that you use this time, like the Nine of Cups, the slowing down card, Knight of Coins, to dream about your future, and in great details also. You might want to put up a vision board of all the things that you want in your life, so it can happen. But be somewhat thorough with the details, because I asked for a big lofty house on a hill with a lake and oak trees and a bathtub, and I got exactly that. It's just that the lake is very small. The oak trees was only like a couple of meters tall, and the bathtub was not installed. So you might want to, especially if you're like wishing for love, try to really dream. There's a lot of good meditations you can check out. Attract your soulmate, or envision your future partner, something like that. That will help you a lot. So I think I will read this participation card for you, since it seems like it has been a problem with participation earlier. Each figure in this mandala holds the left hand up in an attitude of receiving, and the right hand down in an attitude of giving. The whole circle creates a tremendous energy field that takes on the shape of a double dorje, the Tibetan symbol of the thunderbolt. The mandala has a quality like that of the energy field that forms around a Buddha, where all the individuals taking part in the circle makes a unique contribution to create an unified and vital whole. Unified and vital whole. It is like a flower whose wholeness is even more beautiful than the sum of its parts, at the same time enhancing the beauty of each individual petal. You have an opportunity to participate with others now, making your contribution towards creating something greater and more beautiful than each of you could manage alone. Your participation will not only nourish you, but will also contribute something precious to the whole, to the world, kind of. Have you ever seen night going? Very few people even become aware of things which are happening every day. Have you ever seen the evening coming? the midnight and its song, the sunrise and its beauty. We are behaving almost like blind people. In such a beautiful world, we are living in small pounds of our own misery. It is familiar, so even if somebody wants to pull you out, you struggle. You don't want to be pulled out of your misery or your suffering. Otherwise, there is so much joy all around. You have just to be aware of it and to become a participant, not a spectator. And that's very important for you, Libra, which I have seen in your cards. You are much holding yourself back in your comfort zone. And it can be as easy as being grateful for something small, as a sunset, for example. Just feel the gratefulness and you immediately calibrate yourself to happiness. You immediately put your frequencies to the frequency of happiness, and it just goes like that. A split second and you're happy. You can do this as a meditation practice. Whenever you become awake and aware during the day, think about one thing, one small thing that you can be grateful for. The warmth or the taste of your meal, or how the sun comes into a window. Very small things, and you will just immediately be able to tune yourself into happiness. Philosophy is speculation. Zen is participation. Participate in the night leaving. Participate in the evening coming. Participate in the stars and participate in the clouds. Make participation your lifestyle, and the whole existence becomes such a joy, such an ecstasy. You could not have dreamed of a better universe. So I kind of think it says also go out and do the things that makes you happy. Maybe make a list of the things that makes you happy and just go out and do them. And if it's very hard for you to participate with other people because they are acting selfishly or smack talking you or having third-party romances, then focus on what's make you happy that you can do for yourself. Maybe things that you did also when you were a child. Maybe you can rejuvenate some of the old hobbies that you had and start doing those, or something that you have always want to try it out. So you get a little bit juice, blood, energy, passion in your system, and get out of this old rut with these old clothings and step into these new, beautiful, much highly vibrating clothings and energies. Oh, so I guess that card. And it was Pandora's gift. So you need to realize your uniqueness, and that you don't have to be like the other people in the group to be loved. You can be fully yourself and still be loved. You just need to communicate yourself. Thinking about a song, it's 6 a.m. and Skin. I'm thinking this song is very good for you in this situation. You need to learn to love yourself and also to communicate yourself to the world so other people can learn to love the true you, like the person that you really are, not the person that you try to be to make yourself loved or make yourself to be convenient and not cause drama or, arguments or people not. You can agree to disagree with people. You don't have to have the same view of everything. So there's a mythic woman, much maligned throughout history, whose name means all gifted. Pandora lives within us as our curious nature, yearning to conquer chaos, evil, and darkness with the light of knowledge. So curious, I'm thinking this is a good thing. With the 9 of Cups and the Knight of Coins there, to be curious about something. Maybe before you weren't curious enough. Maybe you stayed in the old routine because you didn't dare to be curious. She is the hopeful voice of our soul that asks the questions, and in doing so triggers the processes that brings the answers. Sometimes it is through uncomfortable learning that we find our treasure. Pandora reminds us that the process of learning can take us to places that seems like the end of the world, and yet all is not lost. Even now, the light within you is stirring for new revelation, new life, and new adventure. I'm thinking about the 2 of Swords and the 2 of Pentacles card. Even if things get out of hand, even if people fall on their face, do mistakes, maybe lose their face in like a very public situation. It's not, it doesn't have to be a bad thing if you can just take it as a teaching. If you did fall on your face and it was embarrassing, feel the embarrassing feeling and start to own it. Because everything you are scared of, you don't want to be embarrassed, you don't want to be ashamed, you don't want to be in conflict, you don't want to, a lot of things. This is going to keep you captivated. And if you can, you know, start to engage with all these feelings that's so uncomfortable and own them, make them your own, accept them, roll out the red carpet to them, there will be nothing you can't do in the future, because you will be so brave. Because whatever can the world do towards you if you can, you know, deal with whatever feeling that comes from whatever action or a situation that's going down. Nothing is going to scare you anymore if you can deal with your own inside. And you are, it feels like you are so scared, like a hard shell, and inside there's this very brave and beautiful creature like wants to come out. It's like, almost like I'm seeing a butterfly coming out of this state of being the larva. So even now, the light within you is stirring for new revelation, new life, and new adventure. Pandora is all gifted and all giving. Her presence invites you to forego your belief in judgment. Now is the time to surrender misplaced guilt that you may have brought upon yourself or another, some terrible happening. It is time to let go of the shame-based belief in punishment. This is a belief that you deserve to be brought to task over any perceived imperfection, or that your natural human journey somehow renders you inadequate. So that's not the case, of course. We are all perfect, perfectly flawed, and worth loving exactly as we are. But if we show like a mask to people, don't show who we truly are, they might misinterpret us. And that is like only our fault, because we didn't explain to them, no, that's not it. This is it. We need to take time to communicate with people that's worth communicating to, instead of just trying to keep equilibrium and balance, and like there was never an argument in the first place. Yes. This is a belief that you deserve to be brought to task over any perceived imperfection, or that your natural human journey somehow renders you inadequate. Pandora's free the soul from such torment. This is her gift. The human journey necessarily involves learning through experience, so we need to kind of follow in our faces. In other case, we won't learn. There is no shame in your learning process. Pandora's presence is the sign of a new time, a time to swap the notion of inherent shame for the acceptance of inherent divinity. So you haven't inherent shame, you are a divine soul, and that is what you need to acknowledge. It's like you are carrying around a lot of sin, like someone has told you, church told you, mosques told you that you were sinful, something was wrong with you, authorities told you, teachers told you, your parents told you something is wrong with you, your partners, the colleagues at work, the boss at work told you there's something wrong with you, you need to be better. And this, of course, you believed them, and then you thought it's something wrong with you. But there's nothing wrong with you. You are divine. You just need to learn to know yourself. What's your true gift in the world? Instead of accepting being like a building block that needs to be squeezed in together with other building blocks to create a whole. Your building block is quite unique. It might not be able to be squeezed in anywhere. Yes, Pandora's presence is the sign of a new time. A time to swap the notion of inherent shame for the acceptance of inherent divinity. From this moment on, how unstoppable you shall become. Sacred rebellion is happening within your soul as a powerful uprising towards liberation. You are breaking free from the weighty criticism of the world, from the power games that bore you senseless, and from the insanity of sacrilegious priorities in this world. Dare to disobey anything and everything that is not divine. Pandora is the leader of your soul revolution. She defies the vicious judgment of history and all that has been said about her. She shrugs off misery, despair, and the weight of the world to recognize that she is the bearer of the true and beautiful light of peace, comfort, hope, and reassurance. With her oracle comes the realization that you too are divinely defiant believer in hope, who shall cast off the works of anyone who seeks to torment you. As this shift takes place, you shall dare to look within your own being and find the light. You are being put on divine notice from the sacred feminine that there is a talent and ability within you that needs to be acknowledged. There is a worthy seed of something beautiful and necessary within you. If you choose to develop and express this seed, step by step, it will become an extraordinary light in your life and in the world. So poke your tongue out to the naysayers and turn your attention to the bright hope within. You were born to strut your soul stuff. So this thing within is just to start accept what's already there. Like what you feel, what you think, what you believe. You're free to feel, think, and believe whatever you want. So what if people doesn't agree with you? This is you. Stand by yourself, acknowledge yourself, and be like this person here. He is so wise because he had gone the whole round from being like the innocent child to becoming like a judgmental grown-up to coming back to being an innocent child again because he learned that this was the way to be. So becoming your true self without trying to fit in the great masses of people. So loving yourself through and through and find out who you really are. Start to communicate who you really are to yourself and then to the world. Tell, this is how I am. This is what I feel. This is what I want. And you will start to, just by that, shine your light to the world exactly as you were supposed to be. You're kind of with the slowing down, it's like a seed, it's like a farmer that you have been brought here exactly as this turtle. You are supposed to be this turtle and you don't have to change. You just have to be this unique seed and grow from this unique seed. You don't have to really learn anything or be anything. You just need to find out who you already are. So this is the thing. This is your unique seed, your unique gift to the world, to be exactly who, exactly the person that God planted here on earth, and not trying to be something that human wants. Okay, so my dear Libra, I hope this helped. I want you to take really good care, and I welcome you back to my monthly reading that I will perform in the mid of September. So the October reading will come as usual in the mid of September. And until then, have a real great time and, get to know yourself. Find out who you are and don't be afraid to shine your light out in the world. Okay, bye-bye.